Gambia stands at a crossroads in its democratic journey. Nearly 8 years after the ousting of former President Yahya Jammeh, the country is still working to get a new constitution. After the first draft was rejected by Parliament, the executive will table the 2024 draft before legislators in March for a second reading. Ahead of that, behind-the-scenes engagement and open forums are taking place to smooth the path and close the gap between parties with different opinions. The roundtable discussion on the draft constitution, led by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers, attracted members of the civil society organizations, officials of political parties, the media, among others, to ensure that it will not be another moment of disappointment. While citing the importance of the interface, Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers reminded the gathering that the constitution should reflect the aspirations of Gambian people in the new democratic dispensation, adding the turnout demonstrates commitment to ensuring that all voices are heard in the process and that the wishes and aspirations of the citizenry are fully reflected in the all-important document.
We are at a point where we have before us an impending second reading of the draft constitution that has been presented to Parliament as the National Assembly, Gambian National Assembly, at the first reading, and is moving to second reading. Consultations need to be deepened because, as I never cease reminding Gambians, all Gambians, that a national constitution in a country should be owned by all major stakeholders.
Dr. Chambers used the platform to urge positivity.
We want to see how we keep encouraging you to have a positive spirit and to use dialogue to narrow whatever differences there are around this constitutional review process.
The chairman, Gambia Christian Council, Bishop Bani Ebenezer F. Manga, called for a new constitution, but not without urgent reflection on the words of our national pledge.
Together as a people, we have strived to be the nation that we all call the Smiling Coast. Together as a people, we've strived to make this nation better. And part of the ways we can continue those strives is to have a new constitution.
During the roundtable discussion, participants were given the platform to share their thoughts on the logjam.
Today is not the first time we are gathered here, and the same message is now on the table again. So first thing we're going to concern is, we have 1997 Constitution. We also had 2020 draft, and equally we had 2024 draft. When that one we call 2020 draft was introduced, there was no reason or no point made to the Gambian people as the reason why that particular constitution was drafted.
Issues revolving around inclusivity and transparency also crop up during the Q&A session.
Tango is willing to go through the process, but Tango wants it known that this process, Tango should be involved. Tango's voice should be heard because we represent CSOs as the civil society community.
The 1997 Constitution, drafted during the transition from military to civilian rule, served as a tool for Jammeh to consolidate power during his 22-year dictatorship. It granted sweeping authority to the presidency, undermined checks and balances, and allowed for frequent amendments that eroded democratic principles. As the dialogue continues, hope is sky high in some quarters as the citizenry awaits the outcome of the second reading in March. Jankey Touray, GRTS.